Jay, what
Hey.
you want, the Birkin or the something else?
Give me the Burger King.
The Burger King.
Fuck that Birkin. Give me the Burger King.
The Burger King, you can't buy a Burger King with Birkin money. Birkins is 20, 30 bands, right?
It's a start.
You get some stock in the Burger King. You ain't gonna get no Burger King.
Fuck that stock.
20, 30 bands.
I need tangible assets.
You're listening to Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.
Live from First Class Sounds, it's DJ Scream, Big Bank, Baby Jade. It's time for that Big Facts. What's up, y'all? What up?
My mom was Stafford. That shit stuck in my head. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I can't help it.
how everybody doing? I got to do it. I know y'all get tired of me doing it. I got to check on my people. Everything solid, everything good.
Sure. I'm light tripping or something, but other than that, I'm fantastic.
Today we got the homies pulling up from Earn Your Leisure. You know what I'm saying? One of the top, if not the top, black financial literacy podcasts. They're going to give us some game on how we can get some money and how everybody watching can get some money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do today. But first, Jade wants to discuss.
Okay, so we're sticking with the new thing, getting topics from our viewers.
Because we love our
discussions.
We love our supporters.
We love our facts, Nim.
There you go.
Yes.
www.bigfactspod.com.
Salute.
Thank you for fucking with us.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the topic for today, and it comes from Jennifer.
Hold on, time out before we do that. What's up with the lotto tickets? You hit the lotto?
You know, I'm trying to, we're talking about financial literacy, wealth, prosperity. I'm trying to manifest my prosperity.
I don't think that's part of it.
I'm trying to
part of the program, Jay.
I think it's part of my program.
If you win, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you either way.
Damn, no, you can't wait till I win to start fucking with you.
My bad, I'm fucking with you. I ain't doing that.
Golly.
Yeah, it's all good. What Jennifer talking about?
Damn, Scream, okay. So Jennifer basically is asking, when you're involved with somebody and when you're in a relationship, your significant other, whoever, your boo, blah, 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 when it comes to the holidays that are generally when people expect gifts, i.e. birthdays, Mother's Days, Father's Days, Valentine's, would you prefer a gift that you can show off to the world and say, hey, this is what this person got me so that people can see it? Or would you prefer an investment that can make you money long term?
Oh, yeah, you're asking the wrong person. Give me the money or investment every time. That's what I try to tell people. But people try to give gifts from the bottom of their heart. You know what I mean? To show whatever they want to show. But
yeah,
give me the money that's gonna make more money. 9 times out of 10, the gift ain't gonna make more money.
Facts. What you think, Black?
Shit, I don't know.
Would you rather the iced out watch or the title to a crib?
You saying from who? From your
the person you're in a
Yeah,
relationship
like your
with.
significant other.
I take whatever she get. It being real.
Yeah, but would you rather?
What would you prefer?
You be happy if it was a title? It ain't gonna be no expensive, but it could be like a fixer up a house because we seen people flipping houses, getting money.
Or would you prefer instead of the iced out watch, a down payment on a Chick-fil-A or some shit like that?
Oh wow, that's a lot of money, Jay.
You know a nigga want what's gonna make him more money.
Yeah.
But
Some niggas don't. Some niggas don't think that far.
Because the jury ain't gonna make
I
you more
ain't
money.
choosing choices, whatever they call it. whatever you get me, I'm happy with.
The jury ain't gonna make you more money. We love jury.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna make you more money.
And it's gonna depreciate.
I guess somebody
Depends
gonna.
on what kind of jury they buy.
That's true
Yeah.
too. Depend on the watch. Depend on the Birkin. Jay, what you want? The Birkin or the something else?
Give me the Burger King.
The Burger King.
Fuck that Birkin. Give me the Burger King.
The Burger King, you can't buy a Burger King with Birkin money. Birkins is 20, 30 bands, right?
It's a start.
You get some stock in the Burger King. You ain't gonna get no Burger King.
Fuck that stock.
20, 30 bands.
I need tangible assets.
All right, so you got to bring it down to Birkin, Rolex, that.
Okay,
that
so
type
instead of a
shit.
Birkin or a Rolex, you can go to the courthouse steps and buy me 3 or 4 foreclosed properties.
That's what I'm talking about. And you'll be happy with that.
I'd be ecstatic with that.
So why-
And I'm going to flip that shit and bring us back some more money.
But you know what we dealing with? We dealing with the general people. They can't put that on the ground. They can't flex on the
Who
ground.
gives a fuck about the gram?
I'm with you. I'm just saying they can't put that shit on
the
the ground.
gram?
That's what everybody else on.
What?
That's what everybody else is on.
Yeah, not
You
me.
can't put you can put the title of the deed on I have a new house, but you know.
But see, like
women want them
real
red
shit.
bottoms and them
Even when it
Birkins
comes,
and-
even when it comes to like putting the title of the deeds and all that shit up, like some shit you don't like. Some shit just needs to.
It's understood.
Like it ain't even understood. It's just like when you put everything out there like that, people that don't want to see you win pray against you. And it's not even, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, whatever. Like, we're not going to get into all that. But it's just like, when you're trying to be successful, you got to keep some shit to yourself.
I agree.
For sure.
I agree.
So it's not, that's why, like, I don't know. Like,
But I'm talking to Facts and them.
Facts them. Okay, what's up?
They want to go up on the ground. That's what I'm saying.
But see,
They wanna-
Facts and them that want to go up on the gram don't even have the mind frame to appreciate a gift of that caliber.
Okay.
Because again, they're too concerned about the gram.
Makes sense. So what would you say to them? Because they at home right now throwing popcorn in the TV like, what the hell is she talking about, man? I want my Rollie. I want my goddamn Givenchy.
Nah, I'ma just say, you know what I'm saying? I hope that they not going back to an apartment with that Rolex or that Givenchy.
Oh, that's happening.
You know what I'm saying?
Is there anything wrong with that though?
No, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, if that's like your number one goal, or if that's what you aspire for, or whatever, you gotta. I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, you just should try to get your priorities together. It's nothing wrong with living in an apartment. Apartments are great. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like
An air mattress in the
Yeah,
apartment
like-
with the Birkin or Rollie
is not
is
not ideal.
She being politically correct.
But the thing about it is, people don't know what they want till they get it.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's just like you saying, goddamn, go buy me 3 properties. I don't know what to do with them. You just really bought me a loss.
Big facts.
Yeah.
From Big Bank.
Real shit. If you gonna buy the niggas gonna teach me how to do it like these niggas we got coming in here?
Yeah.
Like you gonna buy me some shit.
Right. The manual.
I don't know the codes and shit. I lose the property. Like
Right. The manual.
you don't know what you want till you get it, man.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Like niggas, mind don't go as far as to think about something to do when they don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah.
Shit, I know what to do with the road, man.
Right. Where?
Throw it in the sky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to do with no goddamn all the rest of their stocks and all that shit. That shit just sitting there. Nigga feel like that shit ain't nothing.
Yeah. I just think
I
that
can't put it in my pocket. That shit don't mean nothing.
the people that look up to the big people, right? If we were able to talk to Lil Baby or Dirk or whoever, all these niggas, they probably would tell these people, bro, we got other shit going on where we can get 20 of these bust down rollers because we got
Right.
other shit going on, waiting on a rap check.
Yeah, but they had to learn that.
For sure. They had to get in and get around the
That was
circle,
most definitely a process.
circle of people to
Yeah.
learn that. You don't learn that on the block. But you can learn it once you have meetings with...
Shit, you can learn it on the block.
Learn what on the block?
Learn the
Stocks?
process. No, I mean not actual.
Oh, you
stocks.
learn business on the block.
Literally.
Yeah, you
but
learn
you
how to
learn,
be a
you know what I'm
businessman.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How to maneuver.
Yeah, they're the
Oh,
best
for sure,
businessmen.
For sure.
For sure.
But
But I'm-
certain business, you gotta have knowledge on how to work that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, shit.
It could go the other way. If you put somebody from corporate on the block, they might not know what to do with they wouldn't know what to do with the block business.
Oh, for hell no, of course not.
But it go both ways. Because
Yeah.
you take somebody from the block and put them.
Yeah,
But a nigga from the block, I think a nigga from the block could adapt quicker to the corporate than a corporate nigga adapting to the block.
I ain't argue with that. I'm just saying this.
A block nigga would be more versatile than a corporate nigga because they've had more experience in a broader field, for lack of a better way to put it.
I ain't argue with that. It's two different. it's two different sides of the world. I'm just saying that if you give a nigga that played football a golf club, you know, what the fuck are you giving me a golf club for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just two different worlds.
But if you gave a nigga from the block a golf club, that nigga from the
gonna
block is gonna
beat somebody's
goddamn-
ass with it.
He's gonna beat somebody's ass with it. He's gonna figure out how to break in a car with it. He's gonna figure out how to do all types
That
of
ain't
different
what the
sorts
golf
of
club
things.
for, though, Jay.
I'm saying, but he's gonna make a way and make it
I see what you're
work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I fuck with my niggas on the block.
Yeah.
Salute. What you thinking, babe?
I don't know.
You fucking with the block? I know you fucking with the block boys, but
Yeah, shout out to Block Boys.
do you think that? Well, we can't say we've seen people from the block be successful in business. I see what you're saying. That you just diverse. You got street knowledge and you get that corporate knowledge that makes you powerful from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying?
For
If
sure.
you go from, we don't see people go from corporate to the streets and get no money. Like that's unheard of. I hadn't seen it. I can't think of it.
Yeah, and corporate people that haven't been in the streets
Some of that.
might not be able to handle what the streets come with. That's like my point, what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So before Earn Your Leisure pull up, big shouts out to them. If again we ask this question because people ask this question to us all the time before they give us they spill, and they don't ask Scream, Bank, and Jade and DM. If I'm fucked up and I ain't got no money, how would y'all suggest I get some money legally? We get that question all the time in the day.
When you say no money, do you mean like the last 20,000 or like $0?
It sounds like these people talking about like a few bands. Not even no 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s. That's what it sounds like. We just gonna assume that. They ain't say how much.
So can I ask a question?
But people's fucked up is different definitions for people fucked up.
Yeah, so like these people that are fucked up, is their credit fucked up too?
Shit, I don't know these people. They in our DMs. I don't know. But 9 times out of 10, and we get into that too, if
You don't
fucked
have any
up,
money,
your credit probably
probably fucked
fucked up. Yeah.
Man, these fucking giving away money right now.
Yeah.
What, the PPP?
All that shit.
That shit
You
over.
better figure it out. Shit, they ain't getting none of that.
Last year, and if they did, like I told you, that's gone. That they bottled that. They spent that All-Star
Everybody
weekend.
having money right now. A lot of niggas still fucked up, but bro, a lot of niggas seen 100,000 goddamn off their laptop before they seen out the street.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Last year though,
Shit, man.
Now.
Niggas just getting that shit recently.
Yeah.
man, there's a lot of robbing going on.
Shit, you know how this shit go? Everything one don't work without the other, bro.
True.
A
True.
nigga getting rich don't work without the robbers. The
Yeah.
robbers don't work without the nigga getting rich. See,
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, it's like all this shit is a part of everything. All this shit.
All that shit makes the world go round,
Facts.
basically.
What you think?
It's a lot of robbing going on.
Why you think
Which
so?
me because niggas is fucked up. Because a year ago I prophesied niggas ain't gonna do the right shit with their PPP money. They gonna fuck it off. They gonna live like it's no tomorrow.
Fucked up, but shit, who they? You saying like
Who's getting robbed?
who getting robbed? People with money.
Yeah.
Shit, that means somebody got some money.
Yeah, somebody always got some money. Somebody always got. You go to Linux, you find somebody with some money. They went to Linux either A, because they got some money and they finna spend it, or B, because they ain't got no money and they finna be on some bullshit.
Shit, somebody slipping too, then they keep getting robbed.
Yeah. I'm just telling people get robbed. Y'all know nobody got robbed in the last 2 months in Atlanta?
I mean,
I know the robbers.
yeah. I don't know the robbies, but I know the robbers.
Nah, this shit.
This shit fucked up.
All right, man. So, like, what the damn question? If you fucked up, what should we tell facts to do to get some money legitimately? Because they really be in their core in our DM saying, bro, I want to do right.
But
I
you
hear some of the
gotta-
shit
you
y'all
gotta-
talking about.
Shit, you got to respond and ask them what you know how to do.
That's real.
Do Facts them have a car?
I don't know these
You
people.
got to know how to
I don't
do
know
something
them.
in order to get something.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do nothing, just thinking something's going to happen to you is crazy.
Yeah.
Facts them if they don't have a car, if they don't have credit, and if they're fucked up is like only a couple of thousand and not like 20 or 50,000 or whatever. Facts them need to go get a little dip and go get a job.
Our first answer was get a job. That was our first answer to them.
Then go get a
Now-
little dipper, like 1,500, little car to get around in,
Yeah.
get back and forth to work, and
drive Uber.
running that shit up.
Okay.
Hell no, you can't drive Uber in a dipper.
Yeah, you can.
Shit,
No, the hell
yes,
you can't.
bro.
Drive
I've been
Uber.
picked up
I
in
think
Denver.
you down there be on a
For
bike
real?
with Uber these days.
I thought Uber
You
had
Uber
like
Eats?
qualifications.
You could Uber Eats with the little bike.
Picked up in You pick up a nigga.
So you mean to tell me I could order Uber today and a nigga come pick me up in one of them little Regals?
It depends.
Shit, if you got a license, Uber will give you a car.
Yeah.
That too.
If
You
you
can
got a
lease
license,
it,
Uber will give
but
you
you
a
be
car.
working to pay the car first, then you get profit.
Yeah, but still.
But I'm just saying, in the case of you got a motherfucker that is too good to get a job, right? What would you advise they do?
They too
I ain't getting no job, bro. But
Then you gonna stay broke.
But there's a lot of people out there that they rather hustle in some shape.
What's your
But
hustle?
shit, how are they hustling and they fucked up? Like,
But
that
they-
don't
What's your
even make
hustle?
I think
sense.
that's what they asking. Like, what can I do? What should I do? Because we telling them don't just rap and think that rap just gonna pay the bills. Right?
Let's take this rap shit out of it, because
That's what I'm saying.
that don't,
They
I don't
might
even want to hear that word
they
no
might
more.
not just go get a job, right? They might just not. So should they print t-shirts, sell t-shirts? I say there's a lot of different things you can do. But I also say don't do some shit that you don't love doing, because it ain't gonna turn out right no way if you don't love doing it.
They could
Nah, sometimes if you fucked up, you gotta do some shit you don't love doing to get to the doing.
To get
able
there,
do the
right,
shit you
yeah.
love doing.
True.
You gotta take care of yourself first of all. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So shit, if you can't find a way to maintain, I feel sorry for you. If you can't find a way to sell yourself, you know what I'm saying?
they can sell cupcakes. It's
If a nigga
profitable
can't
for
sell
me.
himself, no, whatever you doing, like I don't give a fuck what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It start with you. You know what I'm saying? It start with the confidence of what you got and whatever you about to do.
Facts.
Even if I go run around and tell niggas, if you scratch this off as $1 million, you can only give me $100 for it. If I say that shit to enough people, somebody gonna give me $100 for this shit.
Facts.
Cause I believe that somebody will give me $100 for a blank ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just niggas don't. You wake up with that. Oh man, the world owe me. With that attitude,
Yeah.
you gonna stay broke forever.
Yeah.
I agree.
Facts.
If you gotta go in a nigga DM and ask them what you need to do for you, you gonna stay broke forever.
Big fact.
I can see if I'm asking you what I need to do to get into the podcast business.
Or what I need to do with the business I already got.
But yeah,
To
you asking a
progress it,
nigga
yeah.
how to start from zero.
Right.
Real hustlers.
Let's get a job.
Yeah.
Real
get a job.
hustlers live off the land. No, like okay, don't go blank on me. Real hustlers like figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Real hustlers will like put some shit together. Like he said, like if you have to ask another nigga how to put some shit together or how to figure it out and you're at zero, like there's no hope.
Yeah, ain't no. We're just dead, Fred. Might well get a job. Like real shit.
It ain't nothing wrong with getting a
Yeah,
job.
ain't nothing wrong.
This a job.
To start it
We got
up.
jobs. This a job.
For sure. I love my job.
Me too.
To start it up,
I
though,
swear.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never thought I'd be doing no mic, be on no microphone, talking to, smoking weed, talking to a child, drinking Ciroc and shit on TV.
Right.
Like, well, hold on. I didn't think that'll be
yeah.
that, but I knew I was gonna do whatever I needed to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know if I'm gonna be doing this next year, but I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Yeah.
Make sure them folks straight.
Yeah.
And myself, you know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
however that go, that's what that is. Like, I ain't calling no nigga, ask no nigga, or texting no DM no nigga, ask no nigga what the fuck I need to do for me. At zero, yeah, drop your nut.
Yeah.
I think it's just because they look up to us, man.
It ain't that, bro. It's just a nigga want a conversation. You know what you need to do.
Yeah, go get some money.
Yeah,
Figure out how to go
talking
get some money.
about-
Right.
It's just a nigga want a conversation or something. To me,
It's multiple.
unless it's a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I can see if it's a child, you know, so if you're a grown ass man asking another grown ass man what you need to do to feed your family.
But one of them though, one
Yeah,
of
that
the
ain't
one of the
That ain't
DMs was though, one of the DMs was like, I really don't want to go back to incarceration type shit. You know what I'm saying? So what would y'all say? What's some shit you think I need to get into? I should have said maybe write a book. I don't know.
A job.
All right, well, look, when you were locked
Sometimes
up,
when
you
you're
had that time
incarcerated,
to
you
think
can't
about
get a
that
job. You can't go get a decent job.
Jobs.
When you were locked up, you just had all that time to think about that. You gonna wait till you get out here to think about that?
More facts.
Big facts.
Real shit. You both came out with a plan.
Yeah.
Have you tried anything?
Yeah.
That shit at it, nigga. What have you tried?
What have you tried? Right. I'm gonna start fucking with them.
Yeah, like, and not encouraging anything negative, but when you're at ground zero, you don't have that many options. You don't really have any options if you're at zero, like zero ground, zero options. So So goddamn, you gotta the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So you gotta do what you need to do or what you know how to do until you don't have to know how to do it anymore.
Why you say?
What, bruh?
What she trying to say, she don't mean. Don't say that. But I get what you're saying. But
Okay.
shit, at the end of the day, if it's by any means, it's by any means. And that's with anything that you know how to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what it is, bro. You better go wash the car. You better go do something that don't take this much thought
Yeah.
to do something to make it.
Hell yeah, they
something else.
hiring niggas at Cactus every
They
day.
hire niggas everywhere to do everything. Niggas just don't want to do nothing.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, they hire niggas everywhere to do everything, man. Niggas just don't want to do nothing. Niggas feel like
they wanna
because
be-
they
they
know
don't
such
wanna
and
be
such, and they
neglected.
this person on social media, they this, they that. I can't be seen, but these folk, but don't nobody know you.
Right.
That's all in your head.
And they really ain't gonna see you once you fall off the map.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like that's all in your head. Everybody know you fucked up. If you fucked up, like, so what are you doing? You just lying to yourself saying you don't want to go feed your family because you piped up on Instagram with your Balenciagas on here and now. Boy, stop, boy. You better go get you some motherfucking money. You better do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like real shit.
Yeah.
And that's what like getting a job or cause you said niggas just feel like earlier before y'all came on, y'all was like niggas feel like, I just can't work. I get that. Cause I feel the same way. I just can't work, but I'm working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like real shit. I can't have no boss
And it took
ever in life.
And it took a lot to get here. Like, I think people, again, fall in love with the result and not the process. So it took a lot to
Yeah,
become,
you think
to get to
niggas
this.
want that shit instant. Like, once again, like,
That shit don't near go like that.
But, you know, that's just a mindset that we stuck in, man. Like, it's fucked up. When you think about it, it's fucked up. It's a mindset. A nigga want that shit. Nigga don't want to grind, period.
Niggas want that immediate gratification.
I remember that's what we used to try to do. Like, that was a motto. Like, I'm gonna let y'all nigga have this something. I'm gonna let y'all nigga have this. I'm finna grind the winter, summer, fall. I see y'all nigga next something from here.
Yeah.
I'm finna see what I can have to then. Like, that was our motto. Like, I'm finna beat the door down. I'm finna beat the streets, finna beat the door down. Whatever I gotta do, I'm finna be here.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be the nigga. When y'all come back, I tell y'all was it slow and rolling. But I'm gonna be in that motherfucker. Y'all do what y'all want. You get what I'm saying? That's the same thing with anything else you do. You get a job, nigga, if you got a job, them folk out there getting you 12 hours. Hey, how can I get 16? How can I be in that motherfucker every day? All day. Because the money that I'm getting ain't working for what I'm trying to do. So that means I need to work more. How you gonna put up 10% grind think you gonna be rich?
Yeah, it don't go like that at all.
You gotta wake up, do this shit in your sleep, bro. For real. You 4-5 jobs. What you care, nigga? You don't mean the word shit, nigga. You don't mean shit to nobody. You better go get yourself together. You like, if you can't take care of your kid, you can't do whatever you need to do. You wasting
You're
time
useless.
anyway. Like, cause you there, but you ain't there.
You just taking up air.
Be real with yourself.
Yeah. Shorty can't eat no books, B.
Words of Big Bang. What's up, baby Jade? Hey, we're gonna chop it up with the Earn Your Leisure cast right here on Big Facts today. Y'all stay tuned. www.bigfactspod.com.
You're listening to Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.
Live from First Class Sounds, you know who it is, DJ Scream. Big Facts is going down. Big Bank, Baby J. We'd like to welcome to Big Facts Podcast the brothers from the Earn Your Leisure movement. They brought the whole movement. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having us. Love is love.
And today we are definitely looking forward to answer some of the questions for some of the people that we don't know all the answers to, but basically people is always DMing us and asking us how to get some motherfucking money. Especially if you're black, you're in the streets, how can we get some motherfucking money? So,
And keep it.
and keep it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can get it, but everybody can't keep it. So,
Facts.
what step, first off, tell us how y'all movement came together and what y'all was doing before y'all became, I guess, investors and had financial.
Introduce yourselves and
Yeah.
elaborate.
Yeah, for sure. I'm Rashad.
I'm Troy. What's up?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you for having us. Dope platform. Y'all gotta check y'all out all the time. So,
Salute.
yeah, it was dope to even be invited up here. But we started financial literacy movement probably like 10 years ago. Coming from New York, I was a financial advisor. I played basketball, and I had hoop dreams that didn't work out. So I always wanted to be in business. So I was a financial advisor in Troy. You know, that's my boy. I speak to him every single day, pretty much for like the last 20 years. And he was a teacher in the Bronx, and he brought me into his classroom to teach financial literacy. And I was nervous, like, you know what I mean? It's like going to schools, like going to jail. Like, I just get, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that environment.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was really dope to see the kids actually, you know, be receptive to it. And they was like really, really into it. And that, you know, led to us developing a summer program. And we did that for about 8 years. It was a 6-week program. And we ran it, and we did financial literacy as one of the key components of it. And then that just led to like it leaking on Instagram and, you know, building an Instagram following. And then just the buzz just kept building and building because the way we approached it was a lot different than how anybody else had ever approached it. Like, we approached it just how we are, like, you know, as far as how we talk, the music that we grew up on, our fashion. Like, we didn't wear suits and nothing like that. We just came with T-shirts and hoodies. And it was interesting for people to, like, that was the first time they really heard business on, like, a wide scale, talked like it was in a barbershop. And it just, like, caught wildfire. And then that led to us starting the podcast, Earn Your Leisure. And then that just turned into like a whole entire movement. So, yeah.
That's pretty good. yeah. Now, I mean, like you said, like I'm from the education background, so we know the first thing that when you teach kids is they have to be relatable. You have to be relatable in a sense. So a lot of teachers, especially, they come in with their suits, their khakis on. We was coming in hoodies and sneakers, and so right away, kids recognized that we spoke the same language because they saw what we had on. And so, like you said, once they became receptive with us, now whatever we taught was easy. And so, yeah, the first time we did it was a summer program, but we knew kids would come into contact with money. And so, like, that was the big push. I'm like, all right, if these kids are coming into contact with money, they have no idea the value of it. They don't know how to treat it. They don't know their relationship with it. And so that became the real thing. And then he was actually had parents as clients, and then the parents were learning, like, from the kids, and we're like, wait, there's really no age for financial literacy. All right, we got something here. And like you said, we turned the barbershop and Wall Street, mixed it together. Now it's worldwide then.
I think one of the dope things about the movement, Earn Your Leisure, like some financial literacy people be on like get money, save every penny, thrift shop, all that shit. But y'all are still popping, like y'all gonna buy jewelry, you know what I'm saying? You're earning your leisure. Y'all just saying that, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to get money and enjoy yourself too, but y'all just teaching people different ways to get the money and keep the money, like Jay was saying.
Yeah, it's just about being responsible. And like, you know, that's always been a part of our, like, growing up fashion. We always had, like, that was something that we can't take that out of us. We can't take that out of our DNA. So I'm never going to tell somebody to just shop in Walmart and Target. If that's what you want to do, fine. But you can have nice stuff. You can have, you know, jewelry. Just got to be responsible. I think a lot of times people...
And it got to be balanced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Life is about balance. So before you can buy, you know, a chain, make sure you have money in the stock market. And, you know, before you buy a crazy car, make sure you have a home. Like, these things is like balance.
Yeah,
We just talked about the whole apartment thing.
That's something that we've always stressed. Is like we want to change the mindset from consumer to investor. We've been taught just to buy, but what if you could actually own? And so when people start realizing that, I can buy Nikes, but I can own Nike as well, it changes their mind frame. Right now, that pair of Nikes, Nike can actually buy you the pair of sneakers that you actually wanted. And so when people start seeing that, kids start seeing it at an early age, it becomes entrenched in their DNA. Like, they're gonna grow up knowing that, right? Like, I want to own this before I have to buy that.
So let's break it all the way down. And we black people, so step number 1, straight out the hood, right?
No clue about any type of
you don't
investing,
know
nothing.
No E-Trade, no Ameritrade. You don't know nothing about nothing but the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First day out the porch.
What y'all gonna say to them?
I would say that, like, first you got to start with the mind. Before we even talk about money, and we talk about that, but the mentality is extremely important, right? Because this is why athletes and rappers go broke all the time, because you can give somebody a bunch of money, but if you got a poor mindset, eventually you're just going to end up blowing it. So learn to save. Like, learn discipline, right? These are things that's extremely important, and this is why it's like, having discipline in any part of your life is going to carry over. So you can tell a lot about somebody by, like, little habits. Like, if I see somebody eat crazy, I know that 9 times out of 10, the rest of their life is crazy. Or if I see somebody that just has no discipline at all, it's going to be hard for them to discipline their finances. So learn discipline, right? Like, learn to save money on a continuous basis. Learn not to live beyond your means. Learn not to try to impress people. Financial peer pressure is a big thing. Meaning,
talked about all that.
You live in Atlanta, everybody in Atlanta got chains on, they go into the mall, and they live in a life, but you trying to keep up with them, but you don't understand they might not even be in a position where they can keep up with themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Financial peer pressure.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's real. It's
Yeah.
real.
That's all.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So that would be like the first couple things. It's like learn to live in your lane, learn to save, learn that discipline, learn not to live on credit. And then from there, you know, you can start investing your money. So you got my boy Wall Street Trapping. His story is dope about like how he came from the street corner and started investing in stocks. And I feel like
You know that was, keep it real. You
No,
know that
I
was
follow him. I've never.
Oh, shit.
No, like, yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, yeah.
Money is in the
Yeah,
building.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gang in here.
I fuck with all of that. Yeah.
Him 500 talking about credit. He's the credit king. So these are things that you can educate yourself on as far as to say, okay, I can start with $100 and put into the stock market every single week, right? I'm not going to become rich, but at least I'll develop that habit. And now I can start to clean my credit. And now I can leverage that. So education is like the most important thing.
I'm gonna bring it back down though. I'm trying to break it down for you how bad it could be.
Yeah.
You know, the average 18-year-old, their parents don't ran through their credit. You know what I'm saying? By the time they're 18, so I'm talking about 500 credit score, about 500 in their pocket. I'm talking about fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, so before you do anything, you gotta have some kind of income that comes in, right?
right.
So-
Which means you should probably no, answer the question. We just debate. Which means you should probably.
Get a job.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what we preach on Big Facts.
I think people kind of discount
Can't do
that.
nothing
like,
with nothing.
Yeah.
Fact.
Can't turn
You
nothing
got
into
shit, you can't do nothing with nothing.
That is a fact.
16 months ago, I was teaching. I had a 9 to 5. I don't want people to discount that. Like you have to get a source of income.
You
And
said
from
16 months ago?
16 months
So
ago.
it was like the pandemic that changed that for you?
March 13th was my last day of teaching in a school district.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just left them kids in there like
Yeah, good luck, yo. Nah.
Oh, it's been real.
listen to the podcast.
Nah, so that's the people like, yo, you a teacher. I'm like, no, I'm an educator. Now I get to educate in my own school.
Yeah.
Right? I can teach people about things that
Yeah.
just gonna resonate with them for the rest of their lives. Whereas before, my impact was this little, right? I was phys ed teacher, so I was teaching kids how to
Because you were working for
Yeah,
somebody
like-
else, and it all goes back to ownership.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
trying to create the same program we did. I was trying to create in my school district, and I had to submit an application. And one of the things I knew was like they could say no, and the fact that they could tell me no when I know the program has worked for 10 years, it didn't sit right with me. And even though that they said yes, I'm like, all right, this isn't going to be it because the ceiling is here for me. But what we're doing now with Earn Your Leisure, there is no ceiling. There is no sky for us. Like we can do anything we want because we create everything we want.
But Screen, let me, because I want to touch on this. So the first thing I would do is map out a roadmap. If I was 18 in that situation, first thing I would do is map out a roadmap. Get a job, right? That doesn't mean that you still can't be an entrepreneur either, because a lot of people is like,
Exactly.
we always encourage people to be entrepreneurs, but you probably need some level of a steady income to come in if you're trying to save money.
A foundation.
Exactly. So get a job, right? Try to avoid pitfalls. This is extremely important for young people. What do I mean by pitfalls? Having a kid that you can't afford, being in a bad relationship. These are things that you catch that early on and you might not be able to recover from. These are real situations that we got to talk about. Like you talking about child support, that could be almost 50% of your paycheck. You 23 years old with 3 kids. Now you put yourself in a hole that you might not be able to get out of, and now you ruined your whole life pretty much because you made a couple of decisions that you wasn't fully aware of early on. So when you talk about finances, a lot of finances is actually like what you actually are doing with your life, right? Like obviously on the criminal side too, that can get you jammed up. You go to jail for a few years, now your credit is completely ruined. So I encourage young people to just think about that. Like first and foremost, think about that. Get the job. Now, once you have a job, stay down till you come up. Like realize that it takes time before you can actually live the lifestyle that you want to live, right? So save. I can't stress that more. I can't talk about that more than enough. Like you got to save money and then you have to invest money. And as you invest money, now hopefully your income increases over the course of time, right? And now as your income increases over the course of time, the biggest mistake that people make is that they increase their spending with their income. You're always going to be broke in that situation, right? If you're making $1 million, but you're spending $1 million, you're still going to be broke. The key is to keep your spending flatline while your income increases. And now that difference, you can invest. Now you got more money to invest. That's really the name of the game, is have your money work for you, because it's only so hard that you can actually work for money. But now you got to have your money work hard for you.
And we live by that code. Not to cut you off, but right, like I said, we encourage a 9 to 5. That's key. But what you do from 6 to 12 will determine how long you have a 9 to 5. Right. So what are you doing after you get off of work? Right. Or what are you trying to improve on? What are you learning? Right. What are you trying to change? How are you trying to change the situation from that 6 to 12? Because we all got the same 24 hours. What we choose to do with it is what's going to separate us. Right. So like a lot of people tell me, I can't do this job anymore. Next question I ask is, what's your plan? You don't have one? All right, you're going to be doing this. You see what I'm saying? So we got to figure out, we got to have a plan of attack and a plan to execute on, so we don't have to do the 9 to 5 anymore.
Niggas want to know that overnight. What that overnight shit is. That's what everybody want to know these days.
You know what made it worse,
What's
right?
the overnight? Fuck the grind part. Niggas want to know. Nah, real shit.
It's real.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
But that, I'm telling you, all that
Unless you
PPP
hit the
shit,
number or some shit.
all that PPP shit fucked it up last year
And
too.
Dogecoin.
And
Crypto.
Dogecoin, and all that shit, like a lot of people hit quick. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But that don't happen for everybody though.
We know that in real life. What I'm saying is just back to our Instagram theory. Niggas see the result. You see what I'm saying?
But you know you broke. Don't nobody else know. You know you broke. Like real nigga
keep that
shit.
on the
So
low.
at the end of the day, goddamn,
Yeah.
what you gonna do until that big lick come?
Yeah. You in your heart know you broke.
Yeah.
Like, you
But see, another thing too, like what Black was saying,
That's a
what are you gonna do until that big lick comes? A lot of people, like a lot of people be like waiting on this fictional, imaginary big lick that never comes, and they waste their whole life thinking that they finna hit the lottery or they finna like come into some money, and it's like you gotta take control of your right now. Like
You should.
yeah, like you can't you like Nick, like people be crazy, like
And I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to work on it.
and I can only speak from my own personal experience. Like I had to work. I never really had a real job my whole entire life. I was a commission, so I don't really know what it is to go to work and get a paycheck. So I was working out 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up. Even starting Instagram, it was up like to all night. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like people discount the value of hard work and they only see the finished product. But I don't care if you're a boxer, basketball player, rapper, or in business. I wish I could tell you this is the easy way to get money, but there's no easy way to get money if you're building a business unless you get lucky. And even with that luck, probably there's some work that is in. So I think for me and everybody here, it's a matter of being creative. It's a matter of chasing your passion, not just chasing a dollar, because that's how you're going to get jammed up too. You're doing things for money, but you have no passion. So as soon as you hit a bump in the road, it's going to be over.
Yeah, we chase. That's why I said we chase purpose. Right? We're not chasing the paycheck, and so we're not really looking for the big lick, like you said. Like everybody looking for the big lick. If you made $1 more than you did yesterday, you should applaud yourself.
You're in the green.
You're in the green. You see what I'm saying? That $1 turns to 10. That turns to 100. Turns to 1,000. Turns to 10,000. Stay down till you come up.
You
right?
gotta keep flipping.
There's a reason why we call it earned your leisure, right? Because we've earned everything that we've had. Like nobody was there with us in the summer. We were sweating in the classroom, but nobody sees that. They see the end result, so they want to emulate that. But it's a journey. That's the process. You gotta love that journey. You gotta love the purpose of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We don't chase money. It's no point. It's gonna run from you.
What you think the key is to like an athlete? And we see a lot of athletes and a lot of rap artists have a lot of money at certain points in their career. Then get to a point where they ain't got no money. You know what I mean?
Do they have money?
I mean, I think at some point they make. Think about it. You get in advance. You can make millions and lose millions.
Get money.
Yeah, they get
I
money.
don't know if they fucking it up or not.
Yeah, no.
Getting that money.
But they overhead, like you were
Bunch of
saying earlier, that they overhead is so crazy. And I think that artists don't realize, athletes don't even realize, like, you're going to hit a peak. Like, your check ain't going to be the same.
The MC Hammer syndrome.
The problem.
Hammer went harder than that. Though.
Shout out to him.
I don't think niggas doing it with Hammer.
No, they can't do that.
You know what's so crazy? We talking about the lottery. I just realized I got a bunch of lottery tickets.
Yeah, Jay. Is that considered? What is that considered?
This
Gambling
is
or
the big lick.
that's the big lick? Okay,
Yeah.
you try to hit the big lick. I got you.
Got it now.
That might be better than buying certain other things.
But you know what? Nah, everything in moderation. But that is a poor tax. Because even my grandmother growing up, like you watch people that spend $30 a week on lottery tickets, they never hit. Think about how much money they spend over the course of their lifetime, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars that they spent.
Yeah.
What if they would have invested that money into an investment? That hundreds of thousands would have turned into millions. But this is the things that rich people and people teach their children how to invest. Poor people were taught how to gamble. You really think about it. Like every kid knows how to gamble.
Real shit right now.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You learn how to gamble when you're young,
Real
but
shit.
you don't learn to invest until you're 30, 40, maybe never. What if it was reversed? What if you learned investing at the same age you learn how to shoot dice? where would you be?
I need to hang around these. Smart as.
So we was in, shout out to Alex Good Energy. We was at a sneaker store out here, and he was like, "Yo, this is my man Bank," and I'm like, "Oh, what's good?" And he was like, "You about to start a podcast?"
Oh yeah. What was that?
That was like 3 years ago.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Yeah." He was like, "What kind of Nikes y'all use?" I'm like, "Yo, we use these."
Oh
And the
yeah,
Nikes
yeah.
to be here is kind of dope.
Yeah.
Nah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We was in Quasi in Buckhead. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
I remember that.
sure,
Sure.
Shout out to
sure.
404.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nah, respect to y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas smart as hell though. You learn all that shit, bro. Nah, for real though. I ain't capping like that shit makes sense. Both of them.
Yeah.
So I'll start because like he's in a financial background, but I come from education, right? So everything that you hear me talk about business, I learned from my brothers. Like I listen to them talk. And it's one of those things like I don't want to not be part of the conversation. So if they talking about something I don't know, I gotta go learn it. And so now when I come back to the circle, I got something to add. Now we got value in this communication, right? So like I'm adding value to the conversation each time. And it could be anything. Like finance is one thing, but it could have been sports. Like if he knew something I didn't know, I'm studying every stat. So that next time we have a conversation, he can't top me.
Nah, for
You
sure.
see what I'm saying? Like that's that peer pressure though. But that's how it was. So like anything I got from my brothers, or I learned on my own. And so I would read and read and read. And now people look at me like, yo, you know everything. But I'm like, nah, man, I'm an educator. Business I had to learn. Finance I had to learn. So there's no excuse why anybody else can't. It's just about, like I said, what are you doing with the 24 hours, right? Like I worked all day, and I read all morning, and I read all night.
Real shit.
So look, so we were just talking about, you had just mentioned something about the Doge coin or whatever that shit is. So look, I got a two-part question, right? First part is so that we can explain to our viewers, because some of our viewers are
Trying to learn.
Yeah, trying to learn. Trying to learn, the best way to put it. So first part is, what is the difference between regular stocks and crypto? And then my second question is, as far as like the Doji stuff goes or whatever, like how does that whole thing work? And how do you feel about the plunge that it took after Elon was on Saturday Night Live? Yes.
Yeah. Well, stocks is ownership in companies, like real tangible companies, right? So it's like Nike, Adidas, Walmart, Target. All of these companies are called publicly traded companies.
Right.
So the reason why they're called, the public owns them. So not just one person owns them. So anybody can buy ownership in Tesla. Now you're a part owner of Tesla. So that's stock. Right. That's stock in a company. Crypto is different because crypto
is like an airbed.
Yeah, yeah, kinda. So cryptocurrency is like it's literally kind of deceiving the way that it's labeled as far as currency, because people's not really using it as currency.
Okay.
They're more using it as investments right now for the most part.
Okay.
So cryptocurrency, you got different tokens and different coins. So you got like Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, you got Litecoin, and then you got Dogecoin, which you were referring to. And that right now is more like projects that could potentially have value in the future. Some actually have value right now, but most of it are things that, like, there's a thing called blockchain technology.
Yeah, what is that? Because I've heard about that too.
Yeah, so
but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so the blockchain pretty much is a way to move things a lot quicker. So I'll give you an example. What's the fastest way to move $1 million right now from Atlanta to London?
Bitcoin.
Right now?
We wires. I don't know nothing.
He said wires.
A wire gonna take what, 10 days?
7 to 10 days.
I was gonna say a tractor.
But you can send that many bitcoins.
Well, yeah, you ahead of the curve. Yeah. But more people would say a wire. Well, a wire take like 5 to 7 days. So the quickest way manually would be get on the plane with $1 million and fly to London. That doesn't make any sense. So now with cryptocurrency, you can move it in a matter of minutes, right? Mm-hmm. So even with like medical records, right? Like now, instead of having to like send medical records via email, you can do it instantly. Mm-hmm. So the blockchain technology it's a lot, but it pretty much.
But isn't that risky?
Nah, so what it does, what the blockchain does, is it actually takes an accurate account of a transaction, right? And so that transaction or that purchase can never be replicated, right? So like if you had your medical records, nobody else could replicate your medical records. It'd just be yours, right? That transaction, if he sends it to London, that stays on that blockchain, right? You can track where that came from. Okay. And so like that's kind of like the purpose of it, right? Okay. Because it makes it unique. Every time something happens, it adds to the chain, it makes it unique, which you can't really do in the real world, right? Like if I had a purchase or something, or like we had a painting, we'll talk about NFTs, I'm sure you're gonna ask, but I can replicate that. I can't replicate that and say, oh, here's a new presentation of it. You know what I'm saying? So the blockchain makes sure that you can't do something twice, and it keeps an accurate record as long as the history keeps going on. So if Bitcoin stays here for 40 years, that blockchain will keep adding every time a transaction is happening.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's like the most important part of the blockchain is that you have record of it.
Yeah.
So like even with NFTs, with artists, like you can't duplicate something that's on a blockchain because there's only one of one.
So what is the NFT shit? Because I just saw somewhere where Jay-Z just fucking
Boy, a company-
19
invested like
million.
Milton
Yeah.
$1 million, like a whole bunch of $1 million
Yeah.
into the shit.
That's the amount.
Yeah. So how does it like what is that, and what is that like in comparison to the whole crypto thing?
So crypto is
Or is it parallel?
the currency,
Okay.
and NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are kind of like can be anything, but so like you can turn this bottle into an NFT, right? Like you take a picture of it, you turn it into a hologram, and now I can sell this virtual hologram picture as an NFT. And now I sell it to Big Bank, he buys it, and he has a record that he's the only one that owns it in the whole entire world.
Okay, but not to cut you off, if I took a picture of that and sold it as a hologram, Ciroc can't sue me for that?
Well,
for copyright
I'm
infringement?
just using it as an example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
But
lot
it's
of people
still
been doing their jury, like I think Jim Jones
Jimmy,
and shit like
yeah,
that.
shout
They
out to
take
Jimmy.
pictures of their
Yeah, shout
jury
out to
and then
Jimmy.
sell it as an
He
NFT.
was on our show and talked about that. But
NFT, what the fuck is that though?
So,
Like, what is it?
so like this same bottle, let's use this bottle, right? Let's say you sign that bottle, right? Even if somebody tried to buy that Ciroc bottle, like you said, there's a million of them, right? But there's only one that has his signature on it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that can't be replicated unless you
Right.
sign more of them. You see what I'm saying? So that's what changes it.
But yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
that's
so
what
they
I was
just basically authenticated like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My partner was trying to tell me about the NFT shit for hours, and I didn't get it till he said, "Bro, a digital baseball card." And I, okay. So you
Yeah.
had
Collectibles.
baseball cards back in the
Oh, so
day.
you put your price on anything.
Yes, you can.
And you get a
Yes.
commission. So that's the dope part about it too, where it's like, all right, if you're an artist and you do a painting and you sell it for $5,000, that's it. All you get is $5,000. But now with the NFTs, you can set a commission. Like let's say you said 20% commission. So now you sell it for $5,000, but then 5 years later it sells for $10,000. So now you
Right.
get $2,000 from the $10,000. And then it keeps going for the life of it. So every time it gets sold, the original person that made it gets paid that commission. Whatever they say.
Think about like Jean-Michel Basquiat, right? Like his painting might have sold for $10,000 in the 80s or the 90s. His painting now is worth over $1 million.
$100 million.
$100 million, right? So you think about if his estate would have made a percentage on those transactions, his estate would be crazy rather than just that one
10%
sale.
of 100 million.
You take it, right?
Yeah.
They go that lick.
Nah,
Right.
that's that lick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact.
right.
Yeah, so who came up with that shit though?
Good
I
question.
don't know who started the NFT. I'm not sure.
Who wasn't the dude that was trying to do the Wu-Tang album? That's the first
that
time I
was,
heard about that shit.
Jeremy Skrillex.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard about
He's
this
still
shit.
locked up.
Yeah, he brought an album for $1 million. That was kind of like the birth of that type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't an NFT, but yeah,
It's
it was kind of
collectible.
it's collectible. That's
Yeah.
really what it's collectible, a virtual collectible.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything, bobblehead doll.
So is that
picture,
similar? Okay, is that similar to licensing an ebook?
You could turn an ebook into an NFT,
Yeah.
but the ebook, like the NFTs, is more like of a one-off situation or a limited amount. Ebooks is
Okay.
going to be like millions or thousands of them. It's not. You're not really going to.
So let's just say this. Let's just say fucking I buy this.
Jay-Z, he got too many of them. Like he can just take anything out of his house and just
Yeah,
this one of one, this shit for
1,000%.
basically,
Yeah.
somebody will buy it.
1000%.
Some crazy amount
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah, we just seen it.
anybody. Like
The number one draft pick, Trevor Lawrence, right?
What
As
he
soon
do?
as he got drafted, Adidas made an NFT of his draft card, put it up for sale right away. The second he got drafted.
Oh wow.
that's hard.
So look, so like, say this is Black's NFT, right? I buy this NFT from Black. Can I then resell the NFT to
Yep.
somebody
Yep,
else?
and that's the dope part. And then he gets a commission. If he sets a commission, he gets a commission. So yeah, you.
So
can,
like a pyramid.
no,
kinda.
I wouldn't say a pyramid. It's like all right. If you buy a painting, right?
Okay.
You can
I'm
sell
listening.
it. You can sell a painting. Like people invest in art, right? You buy art, it appreciates, and then you sell an art to somebody else. So it's the same thing, except it's just digital.
But there's a digital thing on it, so if whoever I sell it to sells it to somebody else, I get paid off of each additional sale,
Yeah.
basically.
The first person gets paid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the originator.
originator, yeah.
Okay,
Like,
cool,
if
cool,
you didn't have that technology, how would you know if he sold it?
And there's no way for you to
I
get
wouldn't.
paid.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's dope.
She about to create one. We're gonna take a picture here.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
gonna take a picture before we
Yes,
do it.
yes,
Let's
yes.
just run it up.
Yeah, yeah. I'll cut y'all in.
Our
It's cool.
stock is going up.
What y'all plotting on though, man? How y'all together, man? What's going on?
You know, that's
how we move,
yeah,
man.
it's just the team. I feel like we're stronger in numbers. And the quickest way to learn is to surround yourself with people that's smarter than you. So like Trap,
Big facts.
that's my boy, him 500, Jamal, Mike, these are our partners. We all grew up together. So we just a real family. Group economics is something that we practice. And I feel like that's another key to really get rich, if you really think about it, is, you know, empower the people that's next to you, that's closest to you, and y'all all gonna grow. A lot of times people try to do stuff themselves, but you only can go so far yourself. Nobody's that smart to figure out every single thing themselves, but if you can rely on other people, if I got a question about credit, I just hit him 500. If I got a question about stocks, I just hit Trap. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to
Everybody got to be on the same wavelength, because if you hang around
Yeah.
9 broke niggas, you're gonna be the 10th one.
odds are.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. Big facts.
Straight up.
Big
That is a
facts.
fact. Big
Yeah.
facts podcast.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
She's on it.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
That's a fact.
Another thing gotta bring up is the T word, man. Taxes, man. Let's talk about taxes. No one wants to talk about them, but
I hate it.
Pay him.
I can talk about them.
Yeah, taxes suck, but you know, taxes, the tax code was made for business owners and investors. It wasn't made for employees. The problem is that, you know, coming from working class environments, blue collar environments, we only are taught that the only way you can make money, legally at least, is to work for it. The problem with working for it is that you can't really write off anything, and it's not too many tax deductions you can get. As a business owner, you can write off everything. Travel, meals, you buy a car,
Phone
truck.
bills.
Yep. Every phone bills, exactly. So it gives a lot more flexibility for people to
Phone
have a
truck.
business, and that's another reason why you should be a business owner, is like take advantage of everything that's created.
Yeah.
Like, we can complain about the system, or we can play the game and take advantage of the system, just like everybody else is taking advantage.
Exactly.
Of the
I think that's why it's so important what we're doing, and combining with everybody from across all different types of industries, is because they give knowledge, but there's also another way for you to add something to your business. Like I said, like we didn't know anything about trucking. We linked up with our brother Alex. You know what I'm saying? So that was another way we could write off. So as we learn, we apply it, which is what everybody should really be doing. Like I know Shayo says that all the time. He's like, yo, if you're not applying the information, now it's just entertainment. We're not here to entertain you. We're here to inform you, right? So what you do is up to you, right? We're gonna give you the information. The application's on you. That's what we live by.
Yeah, and even stuff that we learn all the time. Like I just learned this year that there's a 6,000 pound rule. Like if you buy a vehicle over 6,000 pounds, it's 100% deductible.
For your taxes, for your business
yeah,
taxes.
Exactly.
Yo, can we start interviewing?
Yeah.
I'm about to interview her.
Yeah.
So what else you got?
I read up on that too.
Yeah.
Well, see, what I had learned yesterday was
New segment.
On this episode,
Yeah.
the big fact segment.
yes, the Big Facts edition.
Yeah.
So what's next for y'all? Like,
What's next for us is really just taking the financial literacy movement mainstream. And then you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like this can be as big as anything. It's entertainment and sports. And I feel like for our culture, it needs to be that. Like we always gonna have athletes, we always gonna have entertainers, and we love that because we just talented people by nature. But now we gotta really highlight the entrepreneurs and the investors and the business people and go on tours and world tours and things like that. And like we just did a billboard in Times Square. The reason why we did that was just to show like we come from humble beginnings. Now we got a billboard in Times Square just to say like that we wasn't promoting anything. We just said the world is yours. That's it.
That's your chain.
Yeah, just cause. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's really next, man. Just reaching as many people as possible.
We talk about a lot of things here, but we have a lot of listeners throughout the world. And so like a lot of our issues are dealing with the United States. But we need to have EYL in Africa. We need to have it in UK. We need to have it in Toronto, Canada. Like we need to have that, right? So like that's our job, is worldwide. I would say dominance, but just informing the world, because a lot of the things that are happening there, we're not aware of, but there's somebody there that's great. And so what we became easily was a platform for people to shine on greatness that you wouldn't normally see, right? Where would you hear somebody talking about the stock market that looked like us? Where? Before we was doing it. You see what I'm saying? So like I'm sure there's people throughout the world that have that brilliance that just don't have the platform. So that's what we come in here to do.
So now that we were talking about like entrepreneurs, businesses, and stuff like that, I want to get you guys' take on the whole, how can I put this, the whole PPP phenomenon.
Tell it, man, shit.
Be careful.
Change shit.
Be careful. I mean, same thing kind of with Doge, right? It's like anything that's too good to be true usually is. And you taking shortcuts in life, and you only going to get jammed up after a while. So if you have, that's for people that have legitimate businesses. It's not for people that are just looking to scam. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm real big on that. But, you know, sometimes people have to learn the hard way. And, you know, lifestyle is appealing. Whether it's you in the streets or you online on social media and you seeing your favorite influencer and you trying to live his lifestyle.
Right.
And you taking shortcuts and you trying to do things that's not ethical. And it's just a matter of time before that karma comes back to you. So, you know, I never tell anybody what to do.
Right.
But I just tell people just to, you know, be responsible about it. Because it's like, it's the United States government. How long you think they're gonna let you just rip them off? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got all the resources possible to them. So even if a couple people might get away, you're gonna be the one person that get jammed up.
They gonna come looking for their money.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So be careful.
Or I tell people, like,
Just have a business, legitimate
flip the
business.
money.
I see shit on Instagram. They say, you need to apply for everything. Like, you applied for the goddamn, no, like, you out of work.
All of them.
You done told these people that you
unemployment.
unemployed, but then you
Unemployed,
done
And you got a
told
business.
the SBA that you got a business.
I
Like,
got
you're
a
going to
business, but
jail.
I'm unemployed.
Like,
And I'm fucked up and I'm rich.
I done
at the
did
same.
everything. Like, I got employees. I'm unemployed.
And the first thing you're gonna do is buy a Lambo.
yeah.
All I'm saying is hustle. I like the premise of where it started, but I was like, damn, I wish these niggas would go flip the money and just pay some of that shit off.
Everybody ain't
No,
gonna do
somebody
that.
did, but the
somebody got them waiting to get them their money back with a bankroll. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
But some of them people,
Somebody took advantage. I hope
some people took people's identities and everything.
they come with it. They gonna fix that. They gonna fix that shit. They gonna get that shit fixed. That wasn't me. Shit. Nigga do fuck around, do my name. I can't be mad, bro. It wasn't me. Shit, this is the game. That wasn't me, bro. How long it take for them folk to fix it when they tell them it wasn't you? Keep it real.
A minute.
Like, how long?
How long, Marcus? They fix your
It might take you up to a year. It could take long unless you know if you're real strong on how to do it. It depends. But some people get jammed up for a year, 2 years because people keep using it. So once you fix it, people continue to use it. But if not, you get to it could take you 60 days, 90 days if you really get busy and know the game.
Come on now.
So
all you gotta be recession proof to know
that. About you can realistically get it fixed in 60 days, 6 months. But if you're struggling with it, you don't know what you're doing, it could take you a year, 2 years struggling with identity theft.
So a nigga do a goddamn SBA, what it is?
SBA PPP.
Yeah, they do a loan in your name. How long you tell them for? Like, man, how long they gonna
Asking
take?
for a friend.
Yeah.
So it's a loan hit, take it off. I mean, you know, once they hit your credit, because what happens is it's not gonna hit your credit immediately when you do it. It's not gonna hit. It may not hit your credit until after it then closed and went through all of the collections and everything like that, trying to reach out. Then it hit your credit. You a year down the road, year and a half, 2 years later, it hit your credit. Somebody did something in 2018, didn't hit your credit. Then you SOL because now you're trying to fight it back. It ain't like it happened. You like, nah, pull it, stop it. It went somewhere else. It'd be 2 years down the road, and then it's just like, yo, we tagging this on you, and then you can do about it.
But something else that a lot of people don't know or understand either is that if you set your shit up the right way, the entire amount of your loan can be forgiven.
Yeah,
That's
forgiveness.
true.
Yep, that's
That's
forgiveness.
true.
Yep.
Yep.
Shout out to
If
the
you really
business,
have employees.
our accountant. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you really have employees.
If you have a and you got a good CPA, I know.
Yeah, definitely. The PPP, you could definitely file for forgiveness. So there's so many different ways to do things legally. That I
Right.
feel like, you know what I mean? Like,
Take a little effort. This was a little effort.
A little bit.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit of effort. You could. All that money could have been
But you
legitimate.
gotta know, man. There's a lot of people that just somebody come tell you,
Yeah.
hey, bro, they getting away, but
Right. You gonna
that's
take,
all you heard.
Yeah,
You don't give a fuck what the consequences is if I ain't got no money.
for sure.
that's a fact.
Just imagine a nigga
Yeah,
with
and a nigga that didn't
$0
do it in
saying, I
his
can
name.
get you a 30. I can get you, how much they get a nigga?
Get you a 30.
I can get you a
30
30 or a 20.
Shit, last year they were giving out 40s.
50s. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can get you a 50. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what. They tell the folk come see me, man. Some nigga feel like that, like, bro, tell the folk come see me when they see me.
Right. I've done worse.
Take my chances.
Yeah, because I'm finna go risk my life for some pennies.
Right.
I'm finna run around the street. I'm talking about niggas in the streets who doing them shits in their life. I can't say I blame them.
Them
folks.
fucked up down to the last 2,000-3,000 niggas
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
just
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Come see me for a misdemeanor.
I
Man.
just wish that 50. I wish that 50 would have turned to 250 instead of it. Just
Oh no, that's
being
over 10,000. That's a felony.
bottles in the
That's what
club.
I'm
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
that's a
over
felony.
10,000. That's a felony.
Federal.
That's federal. That's federal.
Yeah,
That shit, y'all just
a
said they can
federal
forgive it.
felony.
Yeah, but they gotta know that.
Y'all just said they can forgive this
But
shit.
you gotta have it gotta be a legit business.
Some niggas don't even have no LLC.
Yeah, you niggas
bro.
that doing other niggas' names and shit don't
You missed that
even.
part. You missed
The
that part.
forgiveness
You gotta have
isn't even a
legit
concern at this point. Like,
I'm just saying a nigga with nothing.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell him not to get something?
I feel you.
And they giving that shit away.
I feel you.
You can get it. You just gotta know what to do with it once you get it. Used to come up as
That
a
shit
come
could
up, not
change some
splurge.
nigga's life, but you know,
Come
I
on,
know
come on.
y'all, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel
But
you.
just be careful.
I understand. Nah, yeah, for sure. But you gotta think of the risk a nigga taking every day. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother
Cause you gotta think of the niggas who coming from nothing
But a lot
and
of
take
people-
risks anyway.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They don't give a fuck about no paper.
But a lot of people,
That's my
a
conversation.
lot
but
of
a nigga, but a
That's a paper on the
nigga, but a
computer,
nigga
man.
that ain't got
Some niggas
no
don't
money,
give a fuck
whose
about that.
existence doesn't matter on the earth, I'd take that 50 and go to one of those fucking non-export countries and start a whole
Man,
new
shut
life.
up.
Oh, no.
What's the point? They
Extradited.
say 50.
yeah.
Nah, y'all get what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
because we got a different audience.
Appreciate
See,
that.
y'all audience looking for knowledge. These niggas who listen to Big Fat, they looking for game.
Right. Right.
I'm just being keeping
Yeah,
it 100.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
different
Yeah.
like. And I hope we bring some of the people over here to fuck with us and
Nah,
they
for
fuck
sure,
with us
for
and we
sure.
vice versa.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
But I can understand a nigga with nothing doing because it takes something.
Yeah.
Like we said from the beginning of the conversation, nothing ain't gonna get you
But
nothing.
what about the people that brought Lambos like that?
That's all I've been
That's not-
screaming.
if
Them niggas already had money though.
Exactly,
Nah, nah,
exactly. They had
Some of them
something.
niggas already had money.
Exactly. So,
To
but
have them type of ambitions.
but
Nah,
I'm saying nigga ain't finna have no Lambo ambition. I need to figure this money out first. I'm too far in the hole. I gotta.
We need a
go
big,
tell
y'all got a
auntie.
big fat button, like when
we were
We,
talking about
it's on the
that.
way. It's on the
I
way.
need
It's
that
coming.
button when he speaks.
Nah, but
Big
real
fat.
shit though, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm
nah.
not tripping.
nah, you're right. Like I said, it's just consequences. You know, it's like I can
These
never.
niggas around
I,
here buying Hellcats. They ain't thinking about no Lambo trucks and shit like that.
yeah, Florida. They went crazy
They
with
were
Lambos
stupid
in
with
Florida.
Them niggas tripping. And the dude overseas, what he did? They say he treated the government. The boy.
Oh, no,
What's the
African-
nigga's name?
Nigerian?
Skitchy or whatever. The nigga that we talked about a couple episodes ago, he went and got all that shit. He got like a funny
The
name.
puppy nigga or something like that?
Poopy or whatever
I know
the fuck the
what you're
nigga's name
talking
is.
about. Yeah, Hush Puppy.
Oh, yeah, I'm speaking about.
This guy's crazy. This guy's crazy.
Nah,
This
that's
guy's crazy.
That
Nah,
was
that'd be nice for real.
that was unbelievable.
Yeah, nah, it's
Nah,
yeah.
It just, you know what I'm saying? Niggas want to know this shit after they done went and got there.
Yeah.
See now, the shit that y'all telling niggas to do,
But
and I got me a
but-
50 ball
but-
out
but-
these folk,
but-
out these folk,
but
and
to-
try that.
To talk to your point, because like I literally just had this conversation yesterday with my cousin. He's serving life, by the way. So he's in the Fed. He's telling me like people come home, and when they come home, they telling him like, yo, your cousin's doing this, da da da, like Wall Street trap, like they get in the PPP, and he was like, here's what he said. He was like, but they looking to open Robinhood accounts to invest in. They trying to learn stock market. So if you're gonna do something, at least do it productive.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
least
for a reason.
Yeah.
at least try to flip it
Yeah.
and get some money. Don't just go
Yeah,
shopping
for sure.
in Linux and just go crazy.
Create a business.
Because then you
Sure.
just really defeat the
Yeah,
purpose.
buy some land.
Yeah,
buy,
so
know what
you
I'm
can
saying?
get another one.
Yeah, buy some land. We was talking to we was at shout out to 85 South. We was on there. They were they were talking about buying a gas station, like in their neighborhood because they didn't like the way that the owner was treating them. Like these are type of things that we can do if we
I
come
think
together
the
and just
guy,
think about
and
it.
I'm as a matter of fact, I think it was a black guy that the gas station that they were talking about. I think a black guy actually did purchase that gas
That's what I'm
station,
saying.
so that was like a really good thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right now you own, like people say that was my block, it's my block, it's my hood. You don't own anything in it. How can you claim it?
Shout out to Scapegoat Jones. That
Yeah,
was his
Scapegoat,
name.
yep, shit,
East,
shout out
East
to him.
Atlanta. Yeah, that was a
So what he says,
$1,000.
on sit?
Stone 6. That's
Yeah.
a
That
fact.
shit was happening over there off Gresham and
The guys did.
Gresham and Flat Show, the
Yeah.
gas station right now.
Yeah, yeah.
They protesting
Exactly.
weeks or 2
Yeah.
weeks
Exactly.
during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
The owner said something crazy or some shit.
So, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They decided to come together with a plan and said, look, we need to own this, right? Why don't we own anything here? It's us.
This is something that's real though, like because even like the Kennedys, a lot of people have had criminal like the Kennedys. They got rich from bootlegging, and
Facts.
but they flipped their money and they got into politics. They got land, they got businesses, and now all it is the rest is history. And I never forget, like, speaking of Jim Jones, he was one, but a lot of people even, like, back in Harlem, back in the 80s, they was giving away buildings. You could buy a brownstone for $1, like, as long as you pay the taxes. Like, those brownstones now is worth $3 million. But he was like, we wasn't worried about buying property. We was worried about buying Cristal in the club. So if you, I'm not advocating for anybody doing anything illegally, but if you are going to do something, at least have enough foresight and common sense to think like other people that did stuff illegally do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Empire, because all of them did illegal shit in the world.
Exactly.
It's like
All of them.
It's like Ozark. They're gonna find a way to clean the money.
Exactly.
Niggas get addicted to what we know. That's what it is. Like, fuck, that's a risk. Nigga, that's a risk. That ain't no, that shit, that's yours. You own that. That's true.
Crazy. That's
Real
Chameleon
talk.
that just said that. He
Shout
was
out
like,
to
they'll tell you.
But that goes back
all
to
these
what
risks.
we were just talking about too, about niggas being addicted to the flash, because our intro discussion was when you have a significant other, you know how the holidays like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's, birthdays and shit, people want gifts. Would you prefer a gift as opposed to an investment, like some shit that you can show off on the gram, as opposed to some shit that's gonna create a long-term residual income for you? So that goes back to that. Like most niggas would prefer the flash as opposed to.
But you know what? That's why we making the stuff that was boring cool. Like we bought a truck and we put our logo on it. We put our emojis on it, Earn Your Leisure. So that's our stunt. Our stunt is actually showing you our assets. That's our stunt, like, you know what I'm saying? So now we actually making something that would have normally been boring and cool. Like, we making that cool now. So now you don't have to just show off your chain or show off something that you just, purchased for the weekend. You can like, oh, I got this. Now people is doing that. They showing their E-Trade accounts. I just made $2,000 for the day.
Yes.
That's their stunt.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to stunt responsibly. That's a fact.
Hey, yo, somebody gets to be on the yeah, we trademarking that.
That sounds like the Ciroc ad. Drink responsibly.
Big fact.
While you snap
Yeah, the little button.
Big facts.
Can y'all do the voiceover? I'll do big fact. Just chop that.
Yeah,
Play that shit, Scream. Chop that shit up, Scream.
Big fact.
Hey, but niggas. Nah, I'm just being real, bro.
Nah, every sentence that starts like that's gonna be good. I know it.
Yeah.
Some
Hey.
niggas. No, I don't forgot what the fuck I was about to say. Let me see now what I was about to say.
They ain't trying to hear that. They just want to just get the chains and all that.
Now, how do you? Most niggas who grind, like just say it's a street nigga, grinding money up. But when it's time to invest, a nigga be so ignorant to the fact of what they invest in, you go thinking everything a scam.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna chance this money I done took all these risks for. I had these niggas talking about some leisure shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I'm saying? But this shit actually, niggas know, like, this shit could work, but we see niggas lose like that too.
Yeah.
Take their bankroll and goddamn.
I always say, I say this all the time.
Right or wrong though?
Gambling is a game of chance. For the most part, I know people are gonna be like, poker, you can be professional, I understand that. But gambling is a game of chance, investing is a game of knowledge. So the difference is that when you rolling dice, you just hoping that you get a good number, 4, 5, 6, or down here is 2 dice. I know, not 3 dice, but if you investing, you shouldn't do anything without information, without knowledge.
Right.
You can't be lazy, like, you know what I'm saying?
So you saying you should learn before you do anything.
And
You know
So you take your own risk.
but you know the financial investors come in with their suit and tie.
But that's what I was
they
gonna-
have it all laid out.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
feel like a risk until you see somebody that look like you telling you can do it, and showing you that they did
That's
it.
the shit that them niggas be weary of. They'll go trust the white man. They'll be looking at a nigga like, man, these niggas, man, what these niggas doing, man? These niggas got Rolexes and shit, man. They ain't even go buy a Rolex with my money.
But you know what's so
You know what I'm
crazy?
saying?
You know what's so crazy? Think about all of the biggest
Right,
scams.
wrong, though.
Think about the biggest scams in history. Bernie Madoff, like
151 billion.
it wasn't no black person doing this.
Yeah.
But we so critical of our own, and we look at maybe like a couple bad apples, and it's like every black person's a scam artist. These people been scamming you for your whole entire life, literally, and you still trust them.
400 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still putting your money in their banks.
basically.
You still investing with them. You
Exactly.
still hire them as your agent.
Yeah, they
You know
took
what
your
I'm
money.
saying? But
Every
they take your money.
every athlete, all these rappers, they went to jail. Their accountants robbed. Their accountants wasn't black 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Who the CEO of those labels that they signed to?
The
They getting
white
robbed.
people.
Exactly, with no gun.
And they don't feel no way. You shouldn't feel away when
you in the street.
we talking to you.
You in the street. Shout out to Styles, one of my favorite rappers. He came on our podcast. Dope, super dope.
Yeah,
hurt my heart,
that's
and it hurt my heart to see him on Instagram saying he gets $25,000 a year from his publishing, and then him saying like he's in a battle with his label, and they told him like you don't got enough money to fight us, like kick rocks. Like this is a gangster rapper. Like if somebody's in the street and they take $10, we ready to kill somebody. The white man tell you get the hell out of here, don't ever come back. I'm taking your publishing, I own your masters, and you saying okay. So who's really gangster?
Shit, though.
What you sign though, dog? Once you sign that shit, you unlock yourself in that.
Exactly.
So
Goes back to education.
Yeah, no, I was just say this. You gotta have knowledge in whatever you do before you do it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I would want to invest my money, but I don't want to invest in shit I don't know about.
Right.
Like I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm just believing in somebody else. I can't do that.
You shouldn't.
You should, yeah.
That's just like you trying
I
to
would
own a
wanna know.
McDonald's or some shit and you've never flipped a burger or made some
Ever.
fries.
Exactly.
Why
Like,
would I invest in you?
Yeah.
You gotta
You
know
wanna-
every
yeah.
level so that your business can be successful. Because if the shit goes wrong, you got to be able to fix it yourself.
People hit me all the time. I got 5,000, I got 3,000. What should I invest in? I never respond. I'm not gonna be responsible for you investing your money.
That's saying shit going on in our DMs.
Yes, yes.
You gotta
You
figure
should
it out
know.
for yourself.
Yeah, you should know.
We could give you education, but I'm not because as soon as it goes bad, you're gonna blame me.
Yeah. That's what I said. What are you doing with your time? Right? Like if you have idle time, are you watching videos, are you playing 2K, or are you trying to learn something that you can invest in? It all comes to that management, that time management, that discipline that Shadi was talking about. If you're disciplined enough to do this, then you'll be disciplined enough to do these other things as well.
So I got another question. One more. This is my last one, I swear to God. So, in your opinion, which one is more important and more beneficial?
Just about to say it.
Cash
Versus credit.
or credit?
Marcus, step out the room.
Half, $250,000 or $500,000 cash.
Or an 800
810,
credit score?
800 plus credit score.
Everybody
can chime in. I know you're going to say something.
I'll take
cash.
You want the cash.
I can
cash
see
money.
mine. I
breakfast.
can count mine. I
I'll
can count that
I'll
credit.
take a
like
diplomatic approach and say both, as long as you're educated. Because I could take cash, invest it,
And what I say,
Yeah.
somebody had a choice though, because people debate.
Either or.
You definitely want both. but
What type
somebody
of
had a
person though? We gotta break these out. You can't
choice.
put
Any
people in-
person.
yeah,
You
no,
get a
that's
choice.
good though.
What
Because
type
if
of
you
person?
Clean slate. What if they wouldn't give you a clean
800
slate and say you get an 800
But
credit
if I don't
score
know
or
nothing about
250?
credit, where am I coming from? Like we gotta
Exactly.
see who we
You
talking
gotta come
to.
from wherever you want to come from, all walks of life. You just
If
this
I'm,
is your clean
if
slate.
I'm a person
250,
that know how to work the credit, can do all that shit, like bruh,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna take the credit.
Yeah.
But if I'm a nigga, I don't know nothing about credit, and I ain't never even used credit, give me this money if I know how to flip this money.
Yeah.
So
So I'm saying,
the education first.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
depends on what you know.
Because if you're thinking about how much, what was the cash? How much?
250, let's say.
I
Everybody
got-
always say
no,
$1
you
million,
gotta
but I think
go bigger.
Yeah, because if I got an 800 credit score, I
even
can
if you go,
I can
even
give
if
it
you
to you.
just
250.
$250 alone.
yeah,
you
you go
get that
bigger,
cash.
bro.
Hell no, y'all trying to
Even
blow
if-
the question
that's
out
what
of
I'm saying.
water. Like,
Nah, but
who
the
the
bigger
fuck
you-
ain't gonna
the bigger
take
you-
$2 million?
Some people
Bro,
do
the
it.
bigger you go, listen, the bigger you go, the more
Bro,
you
say he
owe.
would.
You know what I'm saying?
Him say he wouldn't take it.
If we doing $2 million, you got to give me a 950 credit score.
No such
Straight
thing.
up.
Listen, I have an 800, I have an 810 credit score right now this day. Give me $2 million in cash. He's doing some. He crazy. I'm taking $2 million in cash.
Yeah, $2 million.
Cash too.
Yeah, $2 million
Oh, yeah,
is different.
okay.
$2 million
He
is
say he do credit.
said
He'll
two-
take the two
Yeah, I
million
think
in
you
cash.
said 250,000.
250.
Yeah,
I'm taking 250.
I might use it because I think I
The
can.
first
get-
thing you
I
gotta
can
do
get
with that
that.
250 is what? What's the first thing you're supposed to do?
Invest it.
Invest it, but the first thing is that's 250
Fix
is
your
tax.
credit?
Oh, if you talking about tax, I just thought like
You know, it's too.
the leprechaun
anyway.
just came with a bag of money.
I
Like,
mean, we can say that too. But technically, if it hits your account, you're supposed to.
because that's how I'm looking at it.
Oh, so y'all didn't say all that.
Leprechaun money.
Y'all didn't say all that. Y'all didn't
Yeah,
say taxes were
I
involved.
mean, I know you can leverage.
Y'all didn't say shit about Uncle Sam.
You can leverage the credit. You can leverage the credit, but you can also leverage the cash as well. Like even if you put it in the stock market, you can take it on margin. That's a credit in the stock gain. That's a little bit more of an advanced conversation, but yeah, I mean the average person, everybody's saying like the credit, but the average person, like he said, is not really
Yeah,
equipped. They're not equipped.
Can't
They're
you
not
take? Can't you
Yeah,
take?
no,
Can't you
yeah.
take?
250 and get
Now
your
that-
credit
give
to
my
an
money.
800. Depending,
Yes.
you could take the 250.
But you
and
can
make your
also take the
800.
credit
That's a
and go
fact.
get a line of credit, which is cash,
Okay,
for
okay,
probably
so
more
how-
than that
how-
too.
I want to hear how we
Yeah.
just flip the credit. Give him the mic.
Step to the mic.
Uh-oh, y'all in for a treat.
So,
And please talk to them about line of credits too while you're at it. When you get done.
Yeah.
it's even bigger than line of credit. So if you got somebody coming out the street, so we're gonna speak straight to a demographic of what you said, you got a lot of niggas that's gonna come out here and be like, I ain't got shit, fuck that credit, right? But in reality, they don't know is that if I come with a bank where I got 50,000 and I'm not willing to trust nobody to invest, what I'm gonna do is I will go to a bank. You can go to Navy Federal, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're the best.
You go to Navy Federal right now and apply for an auto loan. You could pull a VIN number off of Car Gurus. They'll give you a loan. If you say, okay, look, I'm gonna give y'all a play. You go in there and say, I need 100,000, right?
What's your credit gotta be?
700 plus, right? I give a blueprint on this show how to build your credit report out in detail. You go to Navy Federal, say, listen, I need to get 100,000. You get a Car Guru VIN number, and when you get the VIN number, you put it and mark it down 10,000. They cut you the check 24 hours.
A cargo, say that again?
Car Guru.
Car
Just get
Guru.
a VIN number to apply for the loan.
Right.
They gonna cut you the
Without
check
the
24
car.
hours. You got 90 days to give them the title. If you don't give them the title, it turns into a personal loan. So they just legally gave you the loan. It ain't nothing illegal. It turns to a personal loan. But ain't no way in hell you gonna go to the bank and get a personal loan. So for everybody out there, if you get your credit up, it's free game on this show. Then what happens is, okay, you got 100,000 from the bank.
Go ahead.
Slow down, slow down.
Yeah.
Hold on, yo.
Slow down. That's it, though. Slow down.
We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it over and over. Don't worry.
Slow that shit down. Do it again.
No, don't slow. We're gonna watch it over and over.
You just got
I was
100.
jumping.
You just got 100,000 from the bank. It's an auto loan. It's at 3% for the first 90 days.
3%?
3 to 5%, right?
Damn.
For the first 90 days. After that, it turns to a personal loan. The interest rate go higher. What happens is now you got a bankroll. So now, if you want to risk somebody money, risk the bank's money. So when you see a Wall Street trapper, when you see the Earn Your Leisures in the Earners Anonymous, you now can say, okay, well, shit, them folk money anyway. So I'll put 10,000 over there, test it out. See, this is where now. But what happens is most of us will get the money and go blow it. Instead of going blowing it, you got these white folk money. Go invest it. Go figure out and gamble their money. So now instead of rolling dice, you saying, okay, let me put 10,000 on Ethereum. Let me put 10,000 in Bitcoin and see how it grows. Then you start to learn and then you get comfortable because now that's the beauty of all of us. We got communities where you can come and get with people who look like you, who making the same moves. When you got niggas out the streets making 200,000 a month who look like you off of investing money, flipping less than you had, right? They flipping less than you had, but they making 200,000 a month and they look just like you.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is education and getting comfortable. But if you ain't comfortable enough to risk what you didn't risk your life for, then go get them white folk money with the credit. Come back and play the game with them. That's how you gonna get to the next level. That's how you earn your leisure.
I'm with him.
Big fact.
We're out. Both buttons. Yeah, both. I'm with him.
That's why he's here.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all remember y'all asked why we travel with each other?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's why.
Yeah, fuck that cash. I'm with them. Y'all can get the cash.
Right.
Yeah, I got everything. And I'm finna get this nigga's number as soon as we get out of here. Like, for real. Like,
Respectfully.
yes, respectfully.
Wait, we got 3 iPhones. We got to own Apple stock. Stop playing.
I need that. We gonna talk about that offline.
Big fat.
How the Wall Street Travel shit go? What that is?
Trap.
Give us a little game. You know, tell us about the stock market.
We
good. So I was listening to you, Bank, talk about niggas out the street. Yo, I'm from the street.
For
From
sure.
New Orleans, fam. Like, so I know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's simply saying, all right, yo, like, if we gonna pop these bottles, let's own this shit. Right? So I was telling my homies, like, how I started off was like, yo, let's own Fendi, let's own Louis Vuitton, let's own Gucci, let's own Dickies, let's own Timberlands first. Right? And if we own that, now we own the same shit we splurging with. Right? And so the stock market is a huge machine for us that just print money every day. You talking about printing some money. My man just told you how to go get 100K. Right? We can take that same 100K, we can put that in the market. You said we don't know nothing. You know more than you think you know. Right? You got that phone, what that phone is, Bank. You got that weed right there, right? Come on, man, we can own that shit too. The same companies that grow weed, the same companies that fucking fertilize the weed. Let's own that shit. If we gonna blow a bag, let's own the whole field of weed.
The whole process.
Right? Let's own that whole shit, right? Let's say, you know what I'm saying, niggas wanna wear designer shit, I wear the shit. Like, cool, I'm gonna own the Louis Vuitton stock too. Right? Motherfucker wanna walk around with Dior on all day, let's own that shit too. Right, and now what happens is my man Matt, the mortgage guy, shot him. He just hit me. He said, "Trap, my man about to go to the feds. He about to go do 3 years. What we need to do?" I said, "Well, look, all the money he got right now, let's go put that in the market." So now what happens is when he come home, he ain't got to go ask nobody from the re-up money. He ain't got to ask nobody to give him no money because money done doubled and tripled for him in the market. Right, so it's just about playing a different game. Right, we only know one game. The only game is if I only know how to risk my life and I only know how to risk my freedom, then I don't got no leverage. They got all the leverage. right? So if I start saying to myself, nah, yo, like, check this out. I've never told nobody to get out the streets because I come from it, so I can't never talk bad about it. What I can tell my homies and I told all my people is, look, fam, we ain't never seen nobody win at this game. So let's just switch it up. Let's just say now, let me start my kid a custodial account, right? So now they could be a millionaire by the time they're 15.
Yes,
right? So if I'm gonna be in the street, if I'm gonna make sacrifices, I'm gonna let my people eat off it.
Yes.
Right? So now if I see my kid eating, I'm like, damn, my daughter 5, she got 6 figures in the market. Cool, she gonna be a millionaire by the time she's 13.
And if your kids are over 12, you can pay your kids, and it'll be the biggest tax deduction of your business.
You've been watching
I've been doing a little something. I've been reading up on some shit.
I just want y'all to know that he said Dickies because he's really from New Orleans.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
BFC court, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
And that's even that. And then if you want to get, a little deeper, we all do options, we all do all of that. So we just play the game from everywhere it's work, right? It's a machine, so now we can buy back our time. That's the one thing we don't have. That's our biggest asset, and we let people lowball us on that, right? So we can buy back our time with every investment we have. Now we can make money. Now we can get with Marcus, we can get with Ernie Elise, we can get with Alex, we can get with anybody who gonna teach us how to turn this cash into assets because the cash ain't worth nothing. So now we can buy back our time with every dollar we make. Every investment is to buy back more of my time. I can make money if I own my 24 hours. How much of your 24 hours you own?
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I want to own. Like when I did the 10-year bid, I ain't own that 24 hours.
Like the podcast.
So now I want to own my 24 hours, and I do that by taking this money. That's why we say, okay, cool, I'll take the 250 because I'm going to know what to do with it. And if you don't know what to do with it, you got to get out of that cage and get to your circle. Right? Because if you don't own the 250, if you don't know nobody around that can teach you how to change the 250, think about this, bank, I'm going to be 100. Before a nigga learned how to hustle, somebody had to teach him how to weigh the product. Before I was selling weed, when I was selling dope, when I was selling coke, I had to get with somebody to teach me. When I burnt the crack, I had to call my auntie. She raped me on it, you know what I'm saying? But she taught me how to shake. Okay, cool, I know what to do now. You know, so somebody got to teach you along the way. We get education, but we selected what we want to learn. We got to want to learn the shit that's going to change our life instead of the shit that's keeping us stuck right there. That's what Wall Street trapping is, OG.
Yeah.
Where that button at?
He made another button under the table.
EYL All-Stars, man. We want the All-Star team for you guys, man.
This is gonna be like insane. Yeah. I mean, the conversation after we get up out of this shit.
We appreciate it, man. Any final words for the Big Facts viewers?
We need everybody's Instagram too, so the people can follow you guys.
Yeah, of course, sure. Nah, first and foremost, like I said, thank you guys for having us, man. It's a pleasure to be here. You guys,
and y'all also on the Black Effect, not the cut, but
Black
Effect. So these are Black Effect brothers.
Shout out to Charlamagne. Shout out to Charlamagne. Shout out to Dolly. Shout out to the whole team. But yeah, you could, if you want to tap in with us and learn more, Instagram, Earn Your Leisure, podcast, Earn Your Leisure, YouTube, Earn Your Leisure. We have a stock show called Market Mondays. So you could just search us on Earn Your Leisure across every platform, and it's daily education, everything you need to learn. And we also have an online university where we teach as well, EYL University. But all the information is on our website, earnyourleisure.com. And once again, thank you for having us. I really appreciate it and really enjoyed this too.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, that is, man. Big shout out to the homies for pulling up the Big Facts.
Sure.
Y'all fuck with us at www.bigfactspod.com. Salute.
Congrats to y'all.